it's just okay. Up next, we have a game I was really surprised by. I was excited to buy this one, and it kind of exceeded my expectations in some ways and let me down in others. But that's Steredenn Binary Stars. You can see that it's still sealed. So this is one of those games, I think it came from Strictly Limited Games, and it was, I think, their 8th release, and it had kind of gone up in value since I bought it, and I checked the PlayStation Store, and it was on sale digitally for $3. So I just bought it digitally and played that rather than open my copy and devalue it by 80%. But this game is a really cool idea, and I've always wanted to play a game like this because it combines two of my favorite genres, which is it's a horizontal shmup mixed with a roguelite. And you know, there's no real story to the game. You're just kind of flying around shooting things, which is cool enough. You know, that's fine for a shmup. They don't really need much story. But the way the game works is you pick a ship, and then as you're playing, enemies will drop different types of weapons, and you can pick up 2 different types, and you know they range from things like ranged heavy weapons, melee weapons, little bots to assist you, things like that. And then after you finish boss fights, you get like upgrades, random upgrades. So it's all randomized on what you pick up, which, you know, is cool because it has some excitement and randomness into the game. However, you can also be at like the whim of the random number gods because you may not just get what you need to have a successful run. And like all roguelites, it's run based. So the plan is to, like, over the course of the game, which is a short game, maybe 30 minutes or so, to gather the items and try to tune and tweak your build to have a successful run and succeed in finishing all the way through the game to kind of unlock more stuff. And this game doesn't have really many meta upgrades outside of the game. There's not much to unlock. As you find new weapons and stuff, it unlocks those. But outside of the ships, there's not really any, what do they call that? Well, we'll just say there aren't really any perpetual upgrades outside of the game. But the game looks pretty cool. It's simple, like a shmup should be, and I think it's really nice. A lot of the ships kind of blend in together, which can be, or the enemy ships blend in together, which can be hard to learn their behaviors and their patterns because they look so similar. They're all just like yellow ships with gray trim. But one of the driving factors of the game that makes it really fun is it's got like an unbelievably awesome metal soundtrack. It is fantastic. It's like, it's rocking and pumping all the way through, and it's got some cool hooks in it, and I really liked it. And overall, the game's very addictive, and I like the roguelite elements, and I've always wanted this kind of mashup. My dream game would probably be like a roguelite shmup if I had to design one. And when you get powered up in this game, it's really fun. It's a blast. But like I said, there are some downsides to this game. The enemy designs, like I said, are boring and look too similar. And I wish there were more useful upgrades and weapons. Like I said, you're at the whim of the random number generator, and you sometimes you just don't get what you need, and that's frustrating. But it's overcomeable. It happens a lot in roguelites. But one unforgivable thing in this game is that if you get too powerful in this game and there are too many bullets on the screen, the game drops to like 1 frame per second, and it'll freeze and crash your game. It causes you to you have to stop and reset the whole game over and start from the beginning. And my first 3 potential wins where I was pretty sure I was going to beat the game for the first time, I was so powerful that it locked up the game and the game crashed on me. One of them even locked up on the final boss, and it really, after I spent like hours working on it to have a run where I built my ship well enough to really succeed, and then the game just crashes on me. It's really annoying, and it kind of makes some of the potential builds not viable. You have to like literally handicap yourself to have a chance so you don't lock the game up. And I feel like that's like a fatal flaw in the game. Still, though, you can have a lot of fun with this game, and it's still very addictive, and you can beat it. You can have good runs if you try and you learn what to do and what not to pick up. And I was able to, 1 credit, clear the game on like normal difficulty, and I almost got the 2 all on it, which means like the game loops after you beat it and you play through it again. It just keeps getting progressively harder. I made it to the final boss on the 2nd loop, which is a lot of fun. And when all was said and done, I had the 132nd highest score in the world, which was really nice for my first time really beating through the game and doing a good job. But how do I feel about Steredenn? I think it's a really good game. I liked this game a lot. It has some technical flaws in it that bring it down and some gameplay balance issues, but it's still a lot of fun. I mean, it holds in there and it'll make you addicted, no problem. I think it's a great game, even with its flaws. If they were knocked out, man, this game may have been a masterpiece. I'm not sure, but even with those problems, it's good enough to still be like an 8 out of 10, which is amazing.